It's yielding sympathy for poets, this new deal, which is fitting reciprocity, since poets have always had such sympathy for me. Not that I can claim any credit for sympathy for the devil, by the way, you'd think, wouldn't you? But no, that was Mick and Keith, all on their own. Poets suffer occasional delusions of angelhood and find themselves condemned to express it in the bric-a-brac tongues of the human world. Lots of them go mad. It doesn't surprise me. Time held me green and dying, though I sang in my chains like the sea. You get close now and then, but whose inspiration do you think that was? St. Bernadette's? In the early days of the novel, it mattered to have a structural device through which fictional content can make its way into the non-fictional world. Made-up narrative nominally disguised as letters, journals, legal testimonies, logs, diaries. Not that this is a novel, obviously, but I know my readership will spill well beyond the anorexic biography and the vultures of true crime. These days, no one bothers, but despite the liberties modernity allows, it'd be fine with you if there was no explanation of how His Satanic Majesty might come to be penning, or rather keying in a discourse on matters angelic. It so happens that I needn't avail myself of any of them. It so happens, in fact, that I am currently alive, well, and in possession of the recently vacated body of one Declan Gunn, a dismally unsuccessful writer fallen of late. Oh, how that scribe fell! On such hard times that his last significant actions before exiting the mortal stage were the purchase of a packet of razor blades and the running of, followed by the immersion of his body into a deep bath. Which brings the buzz of further questions, I know, but let me do it in my way, yes? Not long ago, Gabriel, once a carrier pigeon, always a carrier pigeon, sought and found me in the Church of the Blessed Sacrament, 218 East 13th Street, New York City. I was taking my ease after a standard job well done. Father Sanchez, alone with 9-year-old Emilio, you fill in the blanks. It's no challenge for me anymore. This adult meets child routine. Hey, Padre, how's about you and I thought you'd never ask? I exaggerate, but you can barely call it temptation. Umping Father Sanchez of the gripping hands and beaded brow needed barely a nudge into the mud, and a drearily unimaginative job of walling he made once he got there. I snuffled up the scent of ankle-grabbing Emilio. It's laid some useful foundations in him this episode. That's the beauty of my work. It's like pyramid selling. Then I retired to the nave for the non-material equivalent of a postcoital cigarette. Nothing happens when I enter a church, by the way. The flowers don't wilt, the statues don't weep, the aisles don't shudder and crack. I'm not overly keen on the tabernacle's frigid nimbus, and you won't find me anywhere near post-consecration pain and vin. But these antipathies accepted, I'm probably just as at ease in God's house as most humans. Father Sanchez, roseate and piping hot with shame, walked wide-eyed and sore-bummed Emilio, musky with fear and tart with revulsion, to the vestibule from where the two of them disappeared. Sunlight blazed in the stained glass, a cleaning lady's mop and bucket clanked somewhere. A patrol car's siren whooped twice as if experimentally, then fell silent. There's no telling how long I might have stayed there, bodilessly recumbent, if the ether hadn't suddenly quivered in announcement of another angelic presence. It's been a long time, Lucifer. Gabriel, they don't send Raphael for fear of his defecation. They don't send Michael for fear of his surrender to wrath, which number 3 in the 7 deadlies chart, would be a victory for yours truly. As it was, incidentally, when Jiminy Christmas lost his rag with the loan sharks in the temple, a fact theologians invariably overlook. Gabriel, errand boy, pimp, procurer, you rather stink of himself, old sport, if you don't mind me saying. Actually, Gabriel smells metaphorically of oregano and stone and arctic light, and his voice goes through me like a gleaming broadsword. Conversation struggles under such conditions. You're in pain, Lucifer, and the Neurofen's holding it marvelously. Mary still saving the cherry for me? I know your pain is great, and is getting greater by the second. What is it that you want, dear? To give you a message? Quell surprised. The answer is no, or get fucked. Think brevity, that's the main thing. I wasn't kidding about the pain. Imagine death by cancer, of everything compressed into minutes. A practically expanding agony seeking out your every crevice. I felt a nosebleed coming on, extravagant, vomiting. I had trouble keeping my shaking in check. Gabriel, old thing, you've heard of those chronic peanut allergies, haven't you? He withdrew a little and turned himself down. Reflexively, I'd expanded my presence to the very edge of the material world. Already there was a crack in the apse. If you'd been there, you might have thought a cloud had passed over the sun, or that Manhattan was brewing one of its blood and thunderstorms. You must listen to what I have to say. Must I? It's his will. Oh well, if it's his will, he wants you to come home. End of chapter 1.